Good morning. Actually, great morning. I woke up, can't complain. Now then, today, this is going to go through the May 3rd, 1999 tornado, which was this bad boy right here. This here is off of 12th Street. This is the bank, their parking lot. This is the block. Cops were everywhere, which is usual. That's somebody's looks like stereo. This is off 12th Street too. That's my friend Dana. She lived in the neighborhood too. In fact, you see this area right here? I don't know if you can or not, but right here where the hand is, and that number 37 is, her and I live right in through here. And then that's 12th Street too. Right here. This is the first stop sign you come into by the bank. And there's the bank. And that truck right there, you see this here? They said it actually killed the young man that was inside, headed to the bank. Unfortunately, it hit at a busy time of day. And the bank stood. Maybe we should make our homes out of what the bank is. But this is just the over by Westmore, and this right here says dead, right here, dead body, which when I got there, I was pretty quick, but that was the next morning because it got dark real quick that night, and you really couldn't see that. This here is the Church's Chicken on 12th and Santa Fe, and it's still there today. This is more the bank, looking back, just a different angle through the bushes and stuff. Now this is what it was like the next morning. I mean, we were still having bad weather. Of course, you usually do after a tornado. So we were driving through instead of walking to see if we could help people. This isn't the bad parts of it right here, but still bad enough. These people had to rebuild. And this is 12th Street looking back. This isn't 12th Street. This is south of 12th Street. Looking back to, this is the west. And this is over south of Westmore. The addition. It's a Greenbrier addition. Yeah. And see, I mean, right there. A roll top desk, you know, and I don't touch. You should never violate that. But they would go around and they would put this if everybody was okay, and when they checked it. So it went through on May 3rd. They had checked it that morning, and we were up pretty early, so they must have been up earlier than us. It was hard to sleep. You know, you had no electricity, so no AC, and it was really hot. But we get used to it. It's hard to say you get used to this, but you know, you live here long enough. And as you can well tell by all these marks over here, the tornadoes keep coming through the same area, it seems like. This is my friend Danny's car. He actually picked me up. This is 12th and Santa Fe. This is 12th Street right here where all the OG&E trucks are. And right behind us here is GFF Foods. So he picked me up there and took me home. And this is the bank area right here. And this is looking back. There's the top of Westmore High School. And that, catty corner, don't know. This is my sons, Maya and Josh. And let's see. That's, gosh, that was a long time ago. So they were just barely in their 20s then. We were back in the truck. We were also given firefighters rides. It encompassed such a large swath of populated area, and you'd see them walking, so we'd stop and ask them, and they'd say, well, no, I got to go all the way down here. Well, hop in, we'll give you a ride. But we had to be careful because lots of times, once we crossed a certain area, they wouldn't want to let us back into our house, even though it was still standing. I mean, they're really hard on the people that are caught in this area. You know, you want to go back home, but if you go too far, they won't let you. plus getting something to eat. It's another challenge. So, you know, this is the hard part. At least we didn't lose our lives, and this time we only had I don't know, about $25,000 worth of damage. It wasn't horrible. Not like these people. Our home has withstood 3 so far, and I feel blessed each time. No lies have loft. And you know, I've lived in this state 62 years. I just finally put in a storm shelter after the 2013. I think I put it in 2015. That's a little stuffed toy there. Simply because the tornadoes are getting closer, more vicious. It just blows your mind after a while. I mean, look at that. Everything's gone. There was vegetation, and look at all the cars here. And that's the little pond I was telling you about, which it's more full than usual. Because usually the trees are on the outskirts of it, not in it. And there's a truck. I mean, just hard to imagine. I just pray to God nobody was in that truck. Haven't really heard. At the time, most of the people that died were under the bridges or at Bridge Creek. Bridge Creek took a horrible hit, and I call this our forever tree. It was to a bunch and kept on coming. Tire sitting right there, just like, yep, ready to go. There's so much that you know, looks normal still, but you know it's not. And this is actually there's a storage facility on Western, part of the apartment complex. It's just to the north of the apartments. And this was what happened to it. That's GFF Foods. It ripped the front of it off. I know I skip around a lot, and this is back over at the pardon me, the storage facility. Because here's a creek, and this is that Greenbrier addition, and then right in through here would be Westmore High School. Yeah. Now the crazy thing is, can't remember, this is Westmore High School. Just the debris field. And this was the apartments that got wiped out totally. But see this right here? Can you see where my pointer is? On this driveway? We were walking through, and there was a guy who was cleaning off the pads. And he goes, you know, something eerie really happened. He said, I was cleaning this off, and I kept hearing, help me, help me. And he said, I kept saying, what? Where you at? And it just kept saying, help me. Well, when he finally got dug down to it, it was a doll. And that's all the doll said was, help me. And he said, you talk about scared and eerie. And I thought, man, I can't imagine. It would be horrific. And one thing I can say is OG&E is always quick to come out. They do try to get us back on as soon as possible. Which, like I said, you know, this is in the Westmore parking lot. And unfortunately, horse. We don't know where the horse actually came from. There was a farm up here. It was the Thedford farm. So we don't know if it came from there or somewhere else. And this house would have probably been, you know, semi-okay. But that doggone chimney took out a bunch. And this looks like a war zone, doesn't it? Yeah. You try walking through there, and you know, documenting, but it gets really sad and depressing. And there's the high school. And these are the houses to the south of Westmore High School. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to find anything in these messes. I mean, people just have no idea. I didn't have really any idea till the May 2013 tornado. And I'll show you pictures from that next time. Because it took out my brother's house. And trying to dig through there and just find stuff for them to use. Because they really didn't have much time. And this is part of the paparazzi that's coming through because the governor was coming. I think it was Frank Keating at the time. These are the apartments right here. Yeah. All this was apartments. Right there. Sorry, I went backwards instead of forwards so I could show you that. Yeah. Well, another thing. You see behind there, up in here? See the tree line? That's my housing addition. That's where I live. People say, well, you just drive down there and go through that? Nope, I live it. Right there. Might not be Frank Keating. Gosh, it's been so many years ago, I can't think. But they were all coming through and, you know, he surveying the damage and stuff. But that's more of the apartments. It's just crazy. This is actually, this is Western right here. That's the apartments there. This is into the school, Westmore. It's the south entrance to Westmore High School. And like I said, back up in here, that's where I live. And it took out a lot of the apartments. I mean, I was amazed. But this is back in the housing addition again. Our friend, he was at home by himself. And he called my son and said, hey, can I come over? You know, that storm's coming. I don't want to be home alone. And my son said, sure, come on over. So the sad thing is, he lived through it because he came to our house. His house was obliterated. Absolutely nothing. It was ground level. So anyway, I'll post another video. I didn't film the May 8th tornado that came through or take any pictures of it. It started at the end of my blog. But I did the 2013, so I'll put that one up for you here in a day or so. I know I'm a little slow at posting stuff nowadays, but I'm working on it. And I hope y'all have a great day. And this is Chucklin' Charlie signing off. Bye, guys.